Namaste and welcome. So now we'll talk about samskaras and how the samskaras are affecting our life right now. And the samskaras are our past lives, our karma, so to say. And this karma is affecting us in this moment right here. So we have to have a look at how we are doing at this moment. And when we look in this moment, we can see that life is taking us in different directions, right? Different directions in the relationships, different direction in our health, different directions in our wealth, and different directions in our spiritual journey. So when we look at this, we can see how everything is going with ourselves at this moment, because we are in a very, very special timeline. We are in a very special moment. We all choose to incarnate right now and to experience this, to experience the evolution of consciousness on this planet. So even if we feel like there are dark forces that are trying to cover the light, and there is light that is trying to move away the darkness, we are all here because of our samskaras, our past life. And the past life is what makes you be who you are today. Okay? So the past life has storage, and this storage of your past actions are now coming to fruition when you are born into a new human being. So when you come into the body, into the womb, and when you get born, the elements are developed. So the first element that is coming is space, and the second is air. So space is creating the air. The air is creating the fire is creating the water, and the water is creating the earth. So those five elements are stored in our body, in our system, in our astral body. So those five elements are developed or they are not developed. They are working properly or they are not. Let's say you are having problem with your thinking. You are thinking too much and you may not be able to think. You don't know how to think, right? That is a disturbance in the air element. And if we go to the fire is what is creating the digestion, the leadership, and everything in this area in the stomach. And today, we are in a situation when there is a lot of chaos because of this COVID-19 thing that is going on. And many people are suffering because of money, jobs, and are worrying about the future and where we are heading. Because we really don't know if we're going this direction and that direction. And they are trying to squeeze everything down with the lockdowns and everything, right? So many people are losing their jobs. People like myself who are like self-employed and having their own companies, they are going through hard times. You may be one of them. So what can we do? How can you know how everything is going and working for you? So you're now looking back into your samskaras. You're now looking back into the past life. You're now looking into your programming, right? So you can see and watch your own programming. And then you can see how are things moving for you. How have things been this year? Has it been easy? Have you been in struggle? Are you in struggle with money? Are you in struggle with job? Are you in struggle with any situation that is connected to the earth element? Then you can have a closer look and see how am I developed in the earth element. You can see if things are coming easy to you, no matter what the circumstances, like jobs, money, a place to live, and so on. If those things are coming very naturally and easy to you, then you know the earth element is in good balance and everything is working fine. But it may be like it's not. You are losing customers, you maybe lose income, and you start to worry, right? And because we have different type of programming, and this is called the samskaras. So when I go back now to the samskaras, we can have a look and we can see, do we have doubt? Do we have doubt in our mind, in our life? Because doubt is one of the most negative things that we can have. And when we can work with the doubt and transform the doubt into prosperity, into prosperous thoughts, in abundantly thoughts, in thinking that goes beyond the physical body, beyond mind, beyond ego, beyond emotions, beyond this limited belief system that we may have, right? So what you have to do is you have to have a closer look into yourself and see, am I doubting? Do I have doubt? And every time doubt pops up, just be alert. Okay? Be alert. Oh, I'm doubting. Then observe this doubt and jump out of it. And replace this doubt with something positive, something abundant, something that goes beyond what you ever thought was possible. This is what we have to do to stretch our mind, okay? To really go beyond what we have been programmed to think and act of before. So, when we have a closer look into the samskaras, the movements of past life karma, we can see it is coming also from our mom, our dad, and the great great ancestors as well. So when you choose to incarnate, your past actions were stored, and those came into action, and you came into this being, which are connected to your parents by genes, right? So when you grew up, you learn things, right? Your mom learned things to you, your father, and they were also conditioned in a way. And the condition they have were passed onto you. And this condition are now being played out on a daily basis. You may be conscious about it, you may be unconscious about it. But the number one key is to always be aware, always be totally aware about how you think, what you think, and how you act. Because there you can go in and see and you can use your own consciousness, your own willpower to change negative behavior, doubt. And when you go in and you work with this and you start to change it, you can easily remove negative thoughts into positive thoughts. And when you move negative thoughts into positive thoughts, your life starts to change. Because as we know, what we think is what life then becomes. So if we think very negatively, if we have very much doubt, anxiety, and fear in our thinking, then this will be a part of how your life will be. It's pretty easy, right? So now the government, the media, and people are in tactics of fear, of promoting fear into the people. And depending on where you are in yourself, you react to this fear. Something inside of you is getting triggered. You're getting triggered into this fear and you become afraid. So you may start to worry. Am I sick? Will I become sick? Is this virus for real? Will it kill so many people? So if we go a step deeper into it, we can see like this is also triggering the fear we have of death. When we went to school, we didn't learn about life and death. What happened when we die? Do we die? Are we born? We never learned that in school. So death is just something that comes to us. And that is the only thing that we really, really know that will happen. We will die, or this body will disappear one day. If it was written in your destiny that you will die in a disease, you will get the coronavirus and die from it anyway if it was in your destiny. If you, on a deeper level, were, so to say, from the deepest core of yourself, like, I will not go further than this. This is how I will end my life. Because we know that before we come into this life. We know how our life will be. But when we are coming into the body, like 99.9% of the people forget about everything. We just reborn and we are like starting out totally fresh. And things like, this is the only thing, right? This life is all I have. But your destiny is already written. So some of us have diseases in our destiny to leave the planet in a disease. Okay? Some of us are living naturally. Some may live in an accident. Some may get killed. It's all different, and it's all different because of samskaras and the past life. But my point is, this situation in the world right now are triggering fear. And this fear is on the highest level of death, right? So many people are very, very scared because our thoughts, emotions, and ideas of who we are attached to this body. So we are attached to this body, we are attached to our family, our things, and a lot of things around us. So this attachment makes us want to hold on to things, makes us want to grab onto things like, this is me, this is mine, right? What happens if I lose her? Or if my grandma dies, what happens? So we are buying this fear and we are like isolating ourselves. And When we are coming from a place of love, we don't feel like this is right. But if we are triggered by fear, we feel like this is a natural way of acting, right? I distance myself, I wash my hands, I maybe even take the vaccine because you think from your point of view that that is the right thing to do. But then you have the other part, or let's say another human being who has gone beyond this fear, right? This person doesn't even believe this. This person acts out of love and know that love will conquer fear. And if I go out by love, fear will disappear. I will say this one time more. When we act out of love, fear will disappear. But we also have a wrong idea about love. We think love is to control. I love this person. But some of us, we are jealous. So even if your boyfriend is looking at another girl, you're like, oh, what are you doing? Right? Because we think it's love, but it's control. And we interfere again. So we have so many layers of fear. We have so many layers that we need to work on. So what we have to do is we have to do spiritual practice on a daily basis. And when we do spiritual practice on a daily basis, we are starting to see the fear. We are looking at the fear in the eye and we are start to move over the fear and the fear will disappear. So the more in contact we come with our heart, the less fear we will have. But to live from the heart totally, it's not easy. It's not easy if we are programmed into a lot of fear. So you may have person A here, right? Person A here is totally abundant from heart, full of love. There is no glimpse of fear in this person. And then you have person B here who is into a lot of programming of fear. So we have this coronavirus and this situation in the world coming, facing us. So this person out of love, out of attachment, have no ego, doesn't react. His or her life will be totally in bliss, totally happy, totally satisfied, not affected about anything on the outside. But the person B, who is in a lot of fear, are triggered by this fear. Excuse me. So this person becoming more and more fearful. Oh my God, I can be sick. What if my grandma gets sick? And start to get triggered to all those fearful thoughts that are going around in the world at the moment. So we have to know ourselves. We have to know what we think. What is our thought? Our thoughts that is coming and going. Because now there is a lot of negativity, fear, doubt, anxiety in the world, in the atmosphere of thoughts. So if you are on a vibration of fear, you will easily just put these thoughts down into your system and you will start to think and connect with those fears, with those fearful thoughts, and you will become more fearful. Are you understanding? But if you're coming from a more higher conscious point of view, you understand this and you see this and you are not reacting into this. You see it very clearly. You can even feel it coming. You can feel the fear come and try to hold on to you, but you are not reacting. You're just observing it. And this is the same thing when you go to a cinema, right? You're watching the screen about the movie, the drama movie there, right? So you have person B who is very emotional. This person will start to cry and go totally into the movie and become one with the movie and be triggered about what is happening emotionally in the movie. But person A, who is not attached to his emotions, are just watching the movie. Watching it, see what's happened, but not triggered. Can you see the difference? So, we want to move from person B to person A, so we can become free. Free of fear, free of doubt, free of experiencing anxiety. So when you are inside into this anxiety, you are in the future. You're not living here and now. You are thinking in the future. And when you go into this more negativity of self-destruction, depression, low energy, you're mostly in the past. Okay? So we have to work with ourselves all the time to move ourselves in this present moment. And the easiest thing to do is just to be with the breath. Just connect with the breath. So every time you feel like fear is coming, anxiety, doubt, you may feel an experience of depression, light depression, heavy depression, just breathe a little bit and move yourself back into the now. Because this is not something that is there forever. It's coming and it's going, right? You have been happy in life, you have been sad in life, maybe you have been depressed, you maybe have been frustrated, you may have been excited, enthusiastic, right? So all those feelings are coming and going all the time, right? But is it you? Or is it just an experience that is coming and going? This you have to learn and understand and implement and become one with, so you can totally understand who you are. And when you work with this, the attachment of the emotions will ease. So the more spiritual practice we do, the more ego will move away, the more attachment will move away, more doubt will move away, more fear will move away. So we will come closer into heart and we will start to live from heart. And when we are living from the heart, we are finally changing the world. We are finally changing the world. This is what it's about. Become love and act out of love. This will conquer fear. Okay? So I will see if it's anyone who has any questions. You can please comment the questions and I will gladly answer you for a while. So thank you for listening. I hope this talk can give you some inspiration of start to work with yourself and become more aware and become more conscious of your own behavior, your own thoughts, how you think, how you are responding to life. So if there is anyone who has any questions, just let me know and I will gladly answer them. You're welcome, Katarina. Happy to see you here. Laila, Saroj Kumar Singh, happy to see you here. So please comment something if you have any questions or anything you would like to share and want me to dive deep into. I will comment if it's not. Let me see again. Any questions? Please let me know. So if there are no questions, I will finish this up. I'll wait a few more minutes. So if you would like me to go more live and want to connect with me more, make sure that you are following me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, so you get the updates when I go live. You are very, very welcome, Anna-Maja. So if there, let me see, what's sharing exactly the same thoughts today with a friend? All right, very nice, great connection, Anna-Maja. I'm happy that we are on the same wavelength, trying to share the same important message to each other. So if there are no questions, I will give you guys a mantra that you can tune into, that will help you with protection and health, good health. We are in a situation in the world where it will be nice to have good health and, of course, protection from everything. Most important, the fear that is bombarding us from everywhere. So I will now start to chant this mantra, and you can just close your eyes and receive this mantra. Om Om Ju Sa Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Vaha Om Trayambakam Jajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityur Mokshyam Amritat Om Bhur Bhur Sajo Om 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 Ju Sa Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Om Trayambakam Jajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityur Mokshyam Amritat Om Bhur Bhur Sajo Om 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 Ju Sa Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Om Trayambakam Jajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityur Mokshyam Amritat Om Bhur Bhur Sajo Om 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 Ju Sa Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Om Trayambakam Jajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityur Mokshyam Amritat Om Bhur Bhur Sajo Om 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 Ju Sa Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Om Trayambakam Jajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityur Mokshyam Amritat Om Bhur Bhur Sajo Om 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 Ju Sa Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Om Trayambakam Jajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanat mrityurmukshya Om Bhur Sajo Om Om. Yes, let the energy of this mantra penetrate into every cell of your body, into your consciousness, to give you health and to give you protection. Excuse me for my voice. I haven't talked so long, in a while in a row. I'm mostly silent, so I get a little bit dry in my throat. So excuse me for the stuck up in the mantra. But you got the energy from the mantra, and that's the most important thing. So I want to thank you for joining me. I'm looking forward to see you next time. And if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe and share this with someone who can benefit from it. Love, love, love. Let love conquer all fear. Namaste.